So what we do is identity federation. What that means is you can control the identity, but basically what you're doing with SAML, for example, you're tokenizing that identity so that you control the username and password. But what you're doing is you're sending a token out to these different cloud and different applications, SaaS and cloud-based applications, to ensure that when that user goes and hits that application, they can get in. So you're having single sign identity federation with single sign-on. So that really simplifies it for the company and for the user. I think some of the key aspects here are to employ identity federation, particularly with the fact that cloud and SaaS-based apps are growing right now so fast that having identity federation and being able to federate that identity, so you're taking the onus off of your user to come up with all these different unique passcodes. Now they only have to do it once, and that information is tokenized. It also secures your network to a certain extent as well, because now, again, they only have to remember one passcode. And again, if that user, and I use the term user here, but it's more than just an employee or user. It can also be members of your supply chain. So contractors, vendors who have to have access to your applications for you to be successful, for your business to be successful, and for produce product. Single sign-on also helps too, because now users don't have to remember so many passwords to sign on. Being able to have adaptive granular controls. Again, being able to ensure that if a user is sitting in the office or at home running it from a corporate laptop and trying to access sensitive information, let's say like your payroll, you may allow them to have that access. If they're sitting in a coffee shop in the middle of a mall in a country that you know doesn't have very good Wi-Fi and doesn't have a very good reputation, has a bad reputation as far as hacking goes, you may want to be able to put some different level of authentication before they're allowed to access that information, and maybe not allow them to access it at all. So really those context-aware controls, location, besides identity, but also device type, device posture, location, time of day, what they're accessing, the risk of what they're accessing should all take into consideration and become adaptive and dynamic policies based upon those policies. Then you can have very granular and very predictive access control, which is very important. And then there's also multi-factor authentication. Being able to have multi-factor authentication, be able to ensure that you may want to have username and password for authentication initially, but if that user is going to access some certain significant information, you may want to have multi-factor authentication for that.